Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is Wednesday night before third weekend of deer hunting. Got my buddy Alex up here, from college up here with me. We are going to get out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe a little bit of Sunday, and try and get on some deer up here at north. It's been pretty quiet so far for me this year. Alex has had a lot of success. He's been over in Wisconsin, so we'll see if we can get on deer. We've been hunting together for the past 4 or 5 years since college. Seen deer just about every year, so high hopes for this. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be about 20-ish degrees or so, and there's a lot of snow on the ground. Actually, we've had 3-4 days of some snow flurries. Not a ton of accumulation, but enough on the ground where we can really see them moving out there. So hopefully they're moving. I know we caught a deer here on our camera behind our cabin. A nice 6 to 8 point buck running through the backyard of the cabin here. So hopefully we see some of that action out on stand tomorrow. But it's about 9:30 now. We'll be getting up pretty early, 4:45, 5 a.m. So I'm going to try and hit the sack. 5 a.m. here. We're getting moving. We're probably going to be out of here in the next half hour or so. Still pretty dang cold morning. I think we're looking at 17 degrees outside right now. Got set up. It is so bright out right now with all the snow cover down here, but we're in the middle of a swamp down here on a land bridge with the main woods across the swamp there. A lot of traffic here last year. Fresh snow, so I can't tell this year, but we'll get up this tree and we'll wait for opening light. All right, opening shooting light. We're ready. It's about 8 o'clock now. Haven't seen anything or heard anything yet still. Light snow still, keeping up. We got about 9-mile-an-hour winds right now, which isn't the greatest thing in the world. It's pretty chilly, so hopefully that doesn't continue through the day, but it looks like it's gonna.
Coming up on 9:30. Haven't seen anything. Right around 7:30 or so, I thought I heard a buck grunt, actually, believe it or not. I also see there's a permanent elevated stand across the marsh on the private over there. I don't remember that being here last year, so this spot might be getting hammered harder, overlooked in previous years, maybe not this year. So we're gonna hunt a little bit longer. It's cold. It's like 17 degrees and that wind is blowing good.
A little after 9:30, close to 10. It's getting a little windier. We wanted to go out and scout a few more spots, so while it's windy, it's probably the best time to do it. I'm gonna hop down out of the tree here and go meet up with Alex, see if he saw anything, and then go find some new spots and see if there's any sign at them. All right, we went to our first spot. We were gonna do a scout, and we got about a mile away from the road that goes into the clear cut, and it was dicey at best. We were in Alex's truck and we were sinking at about a foot into the mud, so we are headed out to another spot here to check out, and then probably gonna go back, get some lunch, and hunt one of the few spots that we have that we know are good to go. Well, we just had an interesting encounter. So we went back to that second piece I wanted to scout. It was technically huntable. The tax forfeit next to it actually just sold at auction. But we met with a DNR officer. We actually were leaving and a DNR officer was driving in. So we went and talked with him. He's a fisheries officer in the Brainerd office who kind of manages that piece. And this piece had private property marked all over it with a couple of signs that said Minnesota DNR easement. We were just really confused with the signage that was out there. So we ended up talking with him, and he said, yep, you can park here, you can hunt here, you just have to park down in this specific area. And of course, as we were leaving, we got hounded by a property owner that's like, you can't park here, it's private. And the second you mentioned, well, right down there is a DNR officer that said what we could. So we know we're in the right here, and we're just gonna hunt there if we want, but then we might have to deal with some hunter harassment. So we'll see what we decide to do, but we're gonna go get some lunch and then make a game plan for tonight.
Amen. Let's do it.
All right, it is 1 p.m. right now. We're looking at about 4 hours left of flight. We're gonna drive out to that spot that we just were at scouting. Gonna go in blind, try and scout a spot and sit in there. It looked pretty nice, so it'd be nice to just see some new area. Should be up on standby 2, hopefully, and have a 3-hour sit here for the evening. Hopefully we see something.
We'll see. New piece. The world's our oyster, right? You never know what's out there.
So we got to our spot a little later than expected. There was a roadblock with some construction crews. We drove in. There's an easement here onto some land that Fish and Wildlife manages. State aquatic management area, but it's posted private everywhere. I'm sure very few people actually get back here for hunting. It's really, really brushy getting in here, so it doesn't even look like vehicles can get in. This guy is a real nasty guy here at the end of the road. He's the one who posts all the private property stuff. We are parked maybe 15 feet across the property line into the state management area, so we're good to be parked here. DNR officer basically said this is a 1-truck spot. You got to park right here. No motorized vehicles behind this point, so we're gonna set up on the other side of this swamp slough right here that you see past this first row of trees. Hopefully we see something. All right, Alex branched off and is going north. I'm giving him some time to get set up there in case when I move in I push something north to him. We'll be on the lookout for stuff. I've seen a lot of tracks through here, and snow has been continually coming down, so those tracks are within a day or so. We're finishing getting hooked up here. Just got to get the support straps done. If you guys don't have these support straps, I'd get them if I were you. If you're a public land person that has to go in and set up a climber each time, these things are incredible, because when you climb up, there's no chance that the bottom can fall out from under you because it's strapped in. And when you get all the way up the tree, you take the leads and you cinch them down, and that thing becomes snug. If you cinch those things down, you like literally don't move in the stand. So definitely look at getting yourself a pair of those. I had a really easy walk in. I have a really cool spot. So there's a lake right here. We have a swamp meadow over here, a small land bridge in between it, and then nice open area with a lot of trails going around the edge of this meadow and around the edge of the lake. So I'm just gonna post up on the corner here, change of topography, and see if we can find anything. I'm hearing ducks back in the pond. Not much time left here with open water. All right, we're up the tree. Had to take off some branches on the way up. Much less windy in here. I got a lot of trees blocking the wind, which is really nice. The snow is really pretty. It's floating down so slow right now. Not too windy. Wind's pushing this way. It's pushing my scent out to the lake, which is right where I need it to go. I've heard some branches cracking behind me here, but it could be from the wind. Maybe it's a deer. Who knows? Really cool sit so far. Really cool sit. We are hitting the last half hour here. The wind has totally subsided. It is dead silent in the woods right now. Had a lot of snow come down. I got a nice snow cover on me. Sight lines are incredible. Well, they need to be, because you can't hear anything. A deer could be silent moving through this, so we just gotta stay pretty vigilant, eyes peeled here for the next half hour, see if we see anything. All right, we got about 15 minutes left of shooting light. I see a doe walking towards me. I don't think I want to take a doe tonight. I want to keep my buck tag open, but I'll try and get good camera footage of her. I actually think she's drinking right now out of the lake. I'm not positive, but her back end's up and her front end's in the lake. All right, 5:11, time's up. That was cool seeing the doe there at the end of the day. Time to climb down out of this tree, tote the stand out of here, and go get some dinner. All right, Friday morning. It's pretty windy out, and we're back out on stand. At least 45 minutes early here. Walking in, I was walking on top of so many fresh tracks from last night or this morning. There's deer over here for sure. I think it could be a lot of does, but we'll see if a buck comes through. It's 6 minutes after shooting light. Still really windy. Alex just shot. He said he's got a buck down.
Alright guys, I'm going to keep it short. It's so cold out here, my GoPro won't stay on. It's like 16 degrees, and with the wind chill, it's, I don't know, 8, 9. I had a buck come in right here at first light. It's a couple minutes after 7. I think I dropped him where he stood. It was only a 40-yard shot. Yeah, I'm shaking.
We're going to have to go down and help him track it unless he knows exactly where it went down. Alright, 7:15. Alex is sure that his deer is down. We're going to wait till 8. Then we're going to go see his buck. The tension is killing me. There he is. The big buck exterminator himself.
Just a side job.
Just a side job, sure. I'm really excited to see this guy.
I'm excited to show you.
You said it's a 50-foot drag?
200 yards.
Okay. It's like... So did he come in through that farm field, or did he come in from the clear cut?
So that's my tree right there, Joe. On the left.
Yeah, I see that. You weren't very high up at all.
Oh, it's 12 feet, like I said.
Nice.
So that's your old tree right there.
Yep.
That big old bastard.
Yep.
I was facing roughly this direction with my climber,
Straight into the wind.
and
Got a little bit of a windbreak here, not much.
I was concerned mostly about, so that there's a left-right trail there.
Yep.
That goes out to the woods out there.
And it's like a massive trail. It's almost a ski trail.
Yeah, like I think people use it with like vehicles and stuff. Anyways, so I'm watching that way with a rough idea to keep checking behind me and keep looking this way, but I really thought that that's where I was going to see stuff.
Yeah.
And when you get up 12 feet there, all of this undergrowth is low below you. You can see a long ways.
Right.
He came straight from the southwest, and he came along, and he wasn't right on the water, but he was probably 50 yards in from the water, and he just trickled this way, and he got to, see that left-right log, the deadfall down there?
Yeah.
He got to there, he looked at a branch. I thought he was going to go that way. He turned tail, and he was going to walk out this way, and I shot him when he started walking this way and came into a
So
lane
he's
for
sitting
me.
right up there.
Yeah, I'll just go find him.
Let's go take a look at this beast. So Alex shot this one at 7 a.m. about 6 minutes after shooting light. He said you might have spined him. Just straight up dropped him.
Yeah, I didn't have a great, I'll tell you.
There he is, right on the trail. He did not leave the trail. It's a nice little basket. Look at this guy. Big snout on him. Wow. Wow. Center of mass.
Too far back, but he was moving.
That's awesome, dude.
Look at how dark his antlers are.
I know.
Real chocolate, you know? I was reading that the color of their antlers is determined by the trees that they rub their velvet off on.
Interesting.
So if they're rubbing on a real sappy tree, they'll end up staining their antlers.
This is definitely a 2.5-year-old deer, if not 3.5. Second deer of the year for Alex here. Nice buck. Came through on this property from the southwest, skirting this marsh here. Popped out to this main trail, super heavily traveled trail. Doubled back. He was about to go back through this field, opening light, get back over to the other side by the golf course maybe, and
Probably.
Alex decided that was not going to happen this morning. Nice deer, man. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool basket. It's like a short 8, but it's a nice tight basket. I like it.
We're at weekend 3 of rifle season on public land in northern Minnesota.
You taking anything?
Well, I wouldn't take anything, but I'm taking him without a second thought on it.
Absolutely. You just sat here looking at him?
Yeah, for like 20 minutes drinking my coffee, just hanging out. It's got a big neck on him.
Nice deer, buddy.
So I didn't know if he was a doe or buck coming in.
Uh-huh.
He has such dark antlers that like the light wasn't catching him or anything.
I suppose.
So then when he got silhouetted by the snow, I saw his antlers sweeping out. I got pretty excited. Yeah, let's get that branch outside.
All right, that's gonna do it for our morning hunt here. We gave it some time after. Deer were clearly moving this morning. Didn't see anything else come through my stand, so we're gonna get this guy taken care of, back to the garage and strung up. And
We're not done.
we're not done. We'll
We're
get
not
back
done.
out there. We'll see. You know, if I see anything else this weekend, if I see a doe, I'll probably take it. But we got to get back out there and fill my tag too, fill my freezer. So good start to a Friday.